Hi everyone, how are you? In this video, I'm going to answer a question about how to start a coffee shop. And I get that, how to open a coffee shop. And I get that question often on my apps. And I have to admit, I myself, I've wanted to open a coffee shop at a point in my life before. It seemed like a very cool thing, especially, coffee shops are so cool because you get a lot of people come in there and people start talking and it's like they exchange ideas and it's a really cool community kind of a place. And I really liked it for that, and I wanted to start a coffee shop. The problem is that it's kind of a very expensive business to start, right? Because you need to rent that physical space, you need to have some employees because you cannot be doing it all on your own every day, every hour. So you need to have employees, you need to remodel, you need to, there's a lot of expenses, a lot. And what I recommend is that you do something called a cash flow statement, which is just an itemized list of, what are your expenses. So you figure out all the expenses to start, and then figure out all the expenses that you have after you start. And then after you start, you also have revenue. And this is challenging here because, yes, you have revenue, but you have some disadvantages because, let's say, the businesses that are most similar to this are like restaurants and bars, right? And what you notice is the biggest, most profitable thing that those businesses sell are alcohol, because they make the most money on alcohol. And food doesn't really make a lot of money, right? And a coffee shop doesn't even sell that much food, and they certainly sell extremely either no alcohol or very little alcohol. So you will have to figure out, so your best bet is to get that kind of a coffee drinking crowd who just come in and they buy coffee in the morning before work or something like that. So you definitely want to get a lot of those people going through your store every morning, going to your coffee shop every morning. But you want to be very careful about figuring out your financial picture because it is challenging, because your products are kind of low margin, right? You're selling food and like it's not the highest margin food, and there's no alcohol sales. So there are a lot of alternative ideas for how to make money if you have a coffee shop, and you should consider doing this because you will need to squeeze the most revenue out of your coffee shop. So what you can do is apply for a liquor license and have some evening events, like live music and things like that, and then people can buy like a glass of wine or something like that, and a little bit of food. So having like a lively evening vibe to your coffee shop will help you. You'll kind of turn it into a small restaurant, and you can sell a little bit of alcohol, and that's pretty good for you. The next thing is you want to be very active in community. You want to host events. If some community has an event, let's say they go to, I don't know, whatever, it is a local church, people might want to hang out afterwards in your place, or if it's students or something, whatever. Some kind of local communities, you want to attract them, you want to have them host their events at your coffee shop, because that will give you, they're going to come in and they're going to buy coffee or whatever, or food. So that's going to be a little bit extra. You also may want to have like a cool kind of a logo and gear, and you can really sell, and if you become that kind of a central community place that your local neighborhood people kind of love, you can sell your t-shirt and hats and with your logo if it's like a cool logo and stuff like that. So that's another revenue stream for you. So there's quite a few revenue streams that are additional, and you certainly want to explore them because you want to make sure that you squeeze as much revenue as you can out of all the potential ways, because that part is going to be a challenge, because your expenses will certainly be there, but will your revenue be there at a big enough, in a large enough volume, right? And so these are just some ideas that you can kind of explore to maximize your revenue, because it is a difficult business, because people pay you in increments of like $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, but that's little, right? I mean, that's very little. It's considering all the expenses you have, you're going to have to sell a lot of pastries and coffee to, which cost like $1 or $2 to get to the point where you cover all your expenses, right? So that's that for me is the most challenging part of, you know, planning and starting a coffee shop. And certainly it has to be something that you're going to want to do for a very long time, because you know, you can't just open and close one. You gotta open and keep it open, right? So it's got to be something that you're going to want to do for a long time. And of course you have to understand coffee very well. Like, I haven't even gotten to that, but I mean, coffee shop has to have great coffee, right? Otherwise, I mean, it's difficult. So thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe to my channel if this was insightful. And of course, if you are looking to start a coffee shop, I created mobile apps which help people plan and start their businesses. They cover business ideas, business planning, marketing, and fundraising, and they're available on Problemio.com, or if you search for Problemio in any of the app stores like Android, Nook, Kindle, iOS. And of course, I'll have the links to all of these in the description of this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.